I used it all on this, coming through the fog. What's up, people? I'm Xogue, back on Modded Ark. Transformation mod, a Crystal's map, and Prometheus mod being among the top. Now, I've made quite a few changes, and as you can see, we've done some pretty good things. First of all, I'm loving the way this is looking. This is fantastic. I put the doors in on all three of our little sides here, and I added these crystals here from Eco Mod. I forget which one actually it is. And as you can see, we have the roof done. I'll talk about that in a minute. From the Eco and Wonderland, I believe. In here, you can take a look at crystals. And I was trying these guys too. I wanted blue ones, and so I tried all the blue. This one is ginormous, and this one's a little bit ginormous, both of which are too big for these little things. But I was like, man, the small one, I don't think that's gonna look all that great. And I placed the first one, was like, oh my god, that's fantastic, put that on all of them. So I did. We now have those little crystals everywhere, and I think it's fantastic. I also reworked all of the stairs on all of our doors, so that way we can, I don't know, I just think it looks better. And I'm half tempted to actually remove all of these guys that are around the outside and only have the stairs in the front. Now, the issue with that is that under some of these, like I've removed some of them from over on this side and over here, under some of those stairs, you know, I had them there to hide things like this, where the land is just, it's just not good. And I don't know exactly a way around that. I might just leave it. It may not be a bad thing. I don't really know. Maybe there's some other kind of vegetation, like bushes or something, that I can get from some of the eco mods to actually hide this kind of stuff. This is the biggest one that I've found so far. There's actually a smaller one right here, but that's not big. That's not too much. I'm okay with that one. And, you know, it just kind of adds a lived-in feel to the place, you know? And when you live somewhere, the weeds grow, man. They just kind of come back. Things like this will actually be removed. Like, I can go ahead and take Big Bank over here. I think you're, like, really heavy and really fat. Turn, and then wham! And they all kind of disappear. So, I mean, there's that one over there, too. I need to... Like, his inventory is fine. If his inventory is actually really empty, mostly empty, then we don't have any issues carrying this guy. But if it's not, as you can see, he gets really fat, really slow, and it's kind of, it's not a problem or anything. I mean, we can always clear out his inventory. It's just, I can't pick him up and like throw him, you know, outside the way or whatever, because he moves so slow. So the best option is always to pick him up and move him, but I don't know. I just can't do that when his inventory is so clogged up with everything. Now, I've also added a bunch of foundations around here, which is fantastic. So I'm loving the entrances. I'm loving all this other stuff. It's really, I forgot to put the pillars back on this side. No pillars? No pillars. You got pillars there? No pillars there either. Look what I forgot. Oh, goodness. That's just an oversight, though. That was accidental. Didn't mean that one. So, yeah, let me go ahead. I'll fix the pillars here in a little bit. Let's go ahead and get them in preparation for that. And just kind of do what I got to do, and bam, you can go away because I don't need you right now. But as you can see, the ceiling is okay. So let's go ahead, actually. Let's take bird thing and go on the roof. Let's get on the roof. I actually have a better way to get on the roof, too. A better way? I say better way. Like, there's another option other than landing on the roof. I don't really want to land on the roof because it kind of gets in the way. But something I found out is you can actually walk on... okay. See? Trying to... You can walk on his wing just a little bit. Like there's... I don't know. I guess it's like the bone part of the wing. You can actually walk on it, which is really cool. But yeah, so like I was telling you in the last episode, there is like slight overlap. The sizes of the ceilings are different in the two mods, and this was the problem that I didn't realize something. Okay, there's something I did not realize with mods, is that they don't have to stick to a standard size. I thought all walls in the game were supposed to be a specific size, but that's not true. They can be any size they want them to be. Now, obviously, it's best practice to keep them the same size as, you know, Vanilla Ark, just so people are familiar with you know, the sizes, and they could play with it, and it'll work out okay. But they don't have to. So in S Plus, the ceilings and the walls are a little, well, actually, the ceilings are a little bigger, and the walls are a little smaller, which is weird, actually. It's a weird concept. Then, you know, compared to the masonry, I forget what it's called, the keep mod, whatever the keep mod is, whatever the other one is we're using. So what I had to do was basically, as you can see, I created a border around with the keep stuff all the way around the outside. Then I took the S Plus stuff and I made one line right down the center. Okay, I went right down here. And then I built on the outside. What that does is basically it forces the overlap to go into the keep ceiling, so it's hidden. So you can't see the overlap. This is, as you can actually see from the top, overlapping into the ceilings, but now it's hidden. And this guy is just here because if I were to remove this guy, there would actually be a very small sliver of nothing around here. This is just to cover it up completely. And I would rather have that with this kind of a look than the alternative. So, I don't know. It's kind of a thing. It works out okay. It's all fine. You're glass. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, we're good to go. And it looks fantastic now. I'm really liking it. I actually like it better than just a solid... All right, Shine Ball, you're in my way, man. I actually like the way this looks better than just a solid roof of glass anyway. So, it worked out perfectly. Now, what I want to do today is a little bit more decorating, okay? We got a little... I got a comment. It was like, yes... I don't forget exactly the words. His words were better than mine. But basically, he was like, yeah, you just ran an army. You just collected a whole bunch of dinos and went in and waged war on the world. And then you come back home and you become an architect. So we kind of did that. We changed up gears quite a bit. And I've been doing a lot of building recently, but I'm really, really into this. I'm really, really into it. It's really fantastic. I've also been getting a lot of suggestions for this. On how to fix the ceiling problem too. Gotta love the reflections in these things. It's pretty cool. You can see my bird thing in the reflection. It's fantastic. I love it. But anyway, the ceiling problem that we have, in the fact that I can't really cover these holes without the ceilings, there's ways around that. Now, I got two suggestions that I want to mention. One is for my buddy, we call him Rome, so thank you, Rome. You can basically, even if the ceilings are here, I did mention how changing into different things kind of decreases how noticeable the change in them is. So it's a lot harder to tell, with different textures, that a couple of them are ceilings. You can still notice it. There's still a slight raise to it, a little bit of a shadow that's there. You can tell, but it's a lot more difficult. And that was his suggestion, was basically to change out some of these areas. For example, I think the example he used was to say, okay, dinos, here's your feeding trough area. So we can basically just color each section, be like, okay, well, this section is for feeding troughs, or this section is for this, or this section is for that. And basically, since other textures allow you to hide it better, we can create other areas in those textures and actually, hide these things better. The second option, the second thing I got was from Roan. Appreciate it. Your idea was to put ceilings on here. I think that's how you say your name. Rowan? I don't know. To be honest, I don't think I've ever asked you. You've been around a long time, but I don't actually know. Anyway, so your suggestion was to put ceilings on top of the foundations, which doesn't really... that you can't do that. I don't know why you can't do that. It's kind of dumb to me that you can't. Just because it's a building game, so restricting anybody to do any one thing is kind of not smart. But it is what it is. There's a way around that. I keep drinking water instead of pulling this thing out. Like, for example, this guy's a ceiling. This guy's a foundation. So if we change this over, and we say, okay, give me obsidian, okay? So now it's really noticeable that there's a change in the texture. So if we go ahead and basically, instead of that, say, okay, game, you want to pull that crap with me? we can change them all out. And make them all ceilings. And basically do the exact same thing that Rome told us to do. And that is create sections of ceilings. And basically extend how many ceilings we use in order to hide the fact that they can't be foundations. So, and then we'll have different sections. And if we do this, we can actually, in some of those cases, make them obsidian and it'll look fine. You know, because it's a perfectly squared off area. It'll look like it was intended rather than something that was forced, which is really, really good. And that way we can change things up. Now, I'm probably going to mix it together. I'm going to end up doing this and change the texture to something else, which surprisingly wood actually looks pretty good. That's not terrible. It's actually not terrible at all. And some of you are like, really, dude? Now, that's just kind of some of the stuff. Those are some of the examples that I was given to hide it. And we're going to use those. I don't know when, I don't know where, but I figured I would throw them out there just so you guys understand there is a way to do what I want to do. There's always a way to do what you want to do. Now, what I want to do today is actually a little bit more decoration. Okay, I'm going to leave that over there. Might drive some of you nuts, but I'm going to leave it over there for now. I want to do more decoration around the outside because we have a couple of issues, okay? Number one, we have some land poking through here. I believe I mentioned how I removed all the stairs and everything, and these guys just not looking so great. We got big blank walls. We got some stuff we need to fix on the outside of this guy. The inside's looking pretty good. Granted, there's not a whole lot of decoration in it. I did get the pillars in. But there's not a whole lot of decoration in here. I mean, we have some stuff going on. We could decorate the walls in here too. But for right now, it's not utterly terrible. But the outside, granted, it's not terrible, but it's not as good as the inside. Especially places like this, where it's just like a big wall of what? So we got to fix that. We got to do some fixing. So what I want to do is kind of take some time to decorate the outside. Now, we could do it the way that most people decorate, and I don't say this to be insulting to men or women out there, but usually it's women who decorate things like we're about to do, and usually in those cases they use a lot of flowers and bushes and things, which there's nothing wrong with flowers and bushes. Heck, we're probably going to use a few of them. But I also want to throw some other things in there that are more my speed, like crystals that I want to try to find a way to fit in there. Maybe some cooler looking trees. Like this guy right here is ridiculous. This guy's fantastic. This guy's just huge. So I don't know. There's a lot of things I've been playing with a little bit just to see if we can make some things work. And like balloons and stuff. I don't think we're going to mess with balloons. I don't think so. You know, but they got really cool looking mushrooms. Like that's my kind of plant, right? We got crystals. That's my kind of, I don't know if they're a lighting source, but that's my kind of lamp. You know, so we got some really, really cool stuff. And Eco in Wonderland is a fantastic eco mod in that it gives those kinds of things. I also want to try to find some more of these. I know I was mentioning how these guys are high-tech. We don't want high-tech stuff in our base, but some of these other things, even though it's in the high-tech area, don't look all that high-tech. So we might be able to use them, perhaps. And I might just go ahead and say, you know what, screw it. It's really cool-looking stuff, so we're going to use it anyway. Okay, so I've gone through all of the eco stuff, and I know there's other decorating mods. I just don't know what they are. So if you guys know of any more that I should be looking at in order to do this kind of thing, then let me know, and we'll go back afterwards and actually craft those tables and make some more stuff maybe. But for now, I think we're doing okay. We're at least good enough to get a start. And really? Oh, whoa, that's weird. You don't snap. Oh, I just wasn't close enough. Oh, wow. You got to be really close to this thing or something. So these are just like lights. And I know I want to put them kind of... I don't know if these guys aren't lights, though, are they? I'm pretty sure they're not lights. So if I want to put... I guess I should probably put them a little high. Okay, I'm going to look at this little bump. Oh, that's kind of cool. I'm going to look at this little bump here. See if I can actually, like, zoom out. Nah, see, it's going to be going inside or something. Oh, no. No, it's not. Ugh. Okay, I need to look down. And then that. Okay, where's the bump? Okay, the bump is not the same on both sides. Okay, so look down a little more. Down a little more. And you kind of see what I'm trying to line it up with. up there. So go down a little bit right there. It's kind of where I want that. So if we do this again, what is it? Number 5? Nope. Number 4? That's it. And we go up. It should, in theory, I should be able to get it almost exact. A little more space, I think. How are we looking with that one? How are we looking with that? I think that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay. So we're going to start with this door. And we're going to see about some things. There's a couple things I want to check out, though, too. Because I don't know exactly what they look like. Like this guy right here. Oh, okay. So it's just like a little cart. I don't... It's a cart. Okay, that's simple enough. Okay, then we have a tree. A very big tree. Holy crap, oh, that's a big tree. So that can't go near the house for obvious reasons. What about... This guy seems pretty cool. Oh. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. It's a fountain, guys. That's what that little... stuff is. It's basically the water. It's the water coming from the fountain. So if we need to, say, put something on a wall. It can go there on walls. Okay, it can go on a wall. It cannot go on the side of a foundation though, which is really kind of dumb, actually. If I'm being honest, that's really stupid. Let's see what this does right here. I mean, it's cool and all, but it's meant to be down. It's meant to be like on the ground, which is not cool. Because it can't be. So that's just, I don't know, it just doesn't look right. So we're going to pick that guy up for now. We have our lamps. This is the other one here. I wanted to check this guy out. I don't think I can put a foundation. This is basically the foundation block, but it's a cooler foundation block. Can we put one over here? Yeah. So if we put this guy over here, really? You're a little bit lower than other stuff. We'll put you there. Okay? You see how it kind of made a little splash? I didn't know it did that. But basically, it's a water block. It's water. Now, that said, it's water you're meant to walk through. Okay? It's decorative. So it's not this kind of water. You can't put water things in it. You can't make it into an aquarium or anything like that. They won't survive. But it's just meant to be a decorative floor that you walk through. And I kind of want to incorporate this in there somehow. I just don't know how to do it. Oh, crap. Come on now, stupid helmet thing. Can I, like... Okay, here's a test. But I can fill up my water bottle from it. Special little tip, guys. You want to do some crazy stuff, there you go. Here's your water bottle filler. That's pretty nifty, actually. Let's go ahead and get our gun thing. Where's our gun thing? Here's our gun thing. You, number 5. And then, poop. Yeah, good. Okay, so I got one water floor. We're going to have to do that later. We'll pick the tree up and this guy up as well, just so we get them out of the way. What else do we have to play with? Okay, we're going to mess with that stuff later, so I'm going to leave those here. You go away, you go away, you go away. Okay, let's see about some of these crystal... let's do the mushrooms first. Okay, so you have some cyan mushroom clusters. These blue hanging ones look really, really cool. I have an idea for those if it looks how I want it to look. And some of these guys. So what do you look like? Okay, so you're just a little guy. And I can put you wherever. So, alright. So here, I know I said we were going to do that door, but I want to see if I can actually make this look like it was intentional. So we got some blue stuff there. This is what I want to try to do with these. Can I just place them wherever? Like, anywhere. These are just placeable. Anywhere I want to put them. How tall are you, things? You look to be pretty tall, I think. Oh, okay. I can't see him. That's way too far away, actually. Okay, bring him. Oh, wait. You stopped. Did I push a button again? I must have pushed a button. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that's about how tall they are. You can kind of see them there. So these aren't what I thought they were. These, I thought these were things that like hung on a wall. But these are actually like vines that are growing upwards from the ground, it looks like. Which is really friggin' cool. I love that. It's fantastic. I already have number 1. Let's do number 3. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, so there's the start of this guy. We're going to try to make this look like it's meant to be there. Let's get some regular stuff in here as well. Bloop, bloop. Like that. And we, of course, we want it blue because blue is supposed to be the accent color. And I can't really make obsidian turn blue. I can't do the glass looking blue. Sandstone, I can't do anything with the stairs to make them blue. But what I can do is add in blue extra features like the crystals and the mushrooms. So I went for the cyan slash slightly blue-green kind of blue colors. And that way it's not all blue. It's just all kind of similar to blue. So you're a tiny little guy. See, there's blue in it, so it ties in with everything, but it's also different, so it doesn't get so stale. The blue isn't so, all over the place. Are you? Wait, okay. You're the one I just placed. This is supposed to be a large hosta. Whoa, man. Okay, so hold on. Let's see. Hold on. K mode. Okay, so I can't. Okay, all right. Hold on. Okay. Large hosta plant. Okay, so now I can place this and actually make it. Oh, perfect. The sun came out. Okay, so that's pretty cool there. This is gonna be like a little garden, like it's a little planter that we wanted to put there. What about some crystals? I know you're big. I know you're huge, but maybe we can use you to hide the border of it, like shove you. Maybe not hide the border, but like put you in the back. What do you? Oh. Because I don't want it like glitching through the wall either, because that just makes it look a little weird. But because this guy is a big dude, he's a lot bigger than I wanted him to be. Okay, so if we do that and turn him a little bit, so there's some crystal, and now it almost looks like the mushrooms are growing out of the crystal, which is really kind of cool. Actually, I like that. And it looks random, it looks weird and odd, but it looks naturey at the same time. It's like a nature thing, like nature put it there. Let's put one of these little guys in there too, just to mix it up and actually throw the color off, because it's all kind of similar colors in there. We got to throw this guy somewhere in the middle-ish, maybe in the back middle, like right there. So that way we get a little bit of other color in there. It's not overpowering. It's still kind of hidden, but it's definitely there. And in certain angles, you're definitely going to see it. I don't know how good this looks. I really don't. I'm just kind of playing with stuff right now. What are you? Royal grass. I'm hoping it doesn't look like that once we place it. We're going to put you like here. Yeah, okay. That's better. That's a little weird. All right. What else we have? Purple heart. That sounds interesting. Bam. That looks weird. That looks like it just, I don't know. I don't think that's a good one right there. Can we get the purple heart? Purple heart. Pick up. Okay, good. So, I don't know. I think it might look a little crowded, but it does, I don't know. I don't think it looks terrible. That guy's going to be huge. I know that. That guy's going to be huge as well. What have we not placed? What have we not messed with? This guy. Glow buds. What are glow buds? We can hide those like right underneath this guy. That'd be pretty cool. That's kind of nifty. I don't know what they are, but sure. Why not? So we have a lot of colors going on, but it is all in the similar spectrum, except for certain like pink and the orange back there and the red of the stem and stuff like that. It's similar, I think. I don't know. Does that look good? I think it looks kind of interesting. It's very interesting. But I don't know. Okay. My opinion is that it looks a lot better than what was there. But does it look good? I have no idea. No clue whatsoever. So, okay. So if we're going to design this, we do have the lights there, which is good. Let's do some of these like wharf. Oh, you are huge. I didn't know you were so big. Because I can put you like anywhere. Ooh, maybe not anywhere. On a wall and stuff. Well, wait. Okay. Yeah, change the gamma back. I remembered this time. Now, I made a few more crafting tables. I had to look for some stuff. Promtech workbench. I just kind of looked through all the engrams that I had here, and I found out that the Promtech workbench was one thing that I didn't have, and the Pimp My Home stuff. Both the Pimp My Home workbench and the building parts workbench, which is part of Pimp My Home. I didn't have any of those, and I looked in them, but there was nothing I could really use. I mean, this one actually has a really cool... Welcome. Thank you. This one actually has a really cool statue in it. This guy right here looks pretty interesting, and I didn't try to make it, though. It's all, like, really, really modern stuff. This guy has, like, a dino here who's sleeping permanently, forever, with a Hello Kitty thing in the middle, which is awesome, actually. Now, so I had some issues... and I'm trying to find stuff that actually hangs on the wall, so I could actually, decorate the side of things, which is really kind of difficult to do because you can't literally put, unless you had like some vines or something. Like I said, I thought these guys right here actually like hung on the wall, in which case I could do that on around the sides of the door and that'd be really, really cool. But I couldn't find anything there. So these guys right here, the little banners behind the sword and shield, those are dyeable, or paintable. So I can actually paint those like a blue color or whatever. But I did do that on all 3 of these guys over there, on all the doors. Then here, on the little plots of ground that actually come up, I'm going to start putting like these mushrooms and everything in here and some of the crystals. I think that looks really, really cool. As long as you don't overdo it, you're fine. And as far as the blue, the green mixes it up, and the green is already there. The green's already there in any ground that shows, because we have ground clutter on. Well, at least most of it, I think. So then we have this guy right here, and I put the little war flag in there. Well, I forget what war flag it is. I don't know. Does not tell. Nope, that's foundation. Okay, but yeah, I forget. Ice wyvern, I think. Wyvern, whatever. So yeah, I kind of did that. I think that looks pretty nifty. And then there's something else that I really think is fan-friggin-tastic. If we go on here, I spent a little bit extra time. If we take a look at my inventory, I didn't put anything into the box. I used it all. I used everything that I crafted. And I crafted it all. I used it all doing... Oh yeah. Oh, I love that. Rainbow look. Okay, going up. And I used it all on this. No, where am I? Where's my base? Oh, crapo. Am I up more? Yeah, okay, hold on. We gotta go back and do the cinematic view. See if I'm even close to my base right now. I used it all on this. Coming through the fog. It's amazing. Sweet. Okay, so yeah, here you go. There's a little view of what I did. It's not... The whole ground isn't covered, which I think is good. But, yeah, it's pretty nifty. And there's actually a couple little features in here you may not see right off the bat. And one, there's actually a gorilla guy back there, a topiary. I covered him with a flag on accident because I'm a dummy and I didn't think that he was back there because he's practically invisible with all the other green. So, that's a thing. There's also a T-Rex back behind the tree. Again, I covered him with a tree. They're really hard to spot after you place them down. You just kind of forget about them. But they're back there. And we also have benches along the back. And that's why these little paths are kind of cleared in front of those benches. Because then when you're sitting down on the bench, you can actually see. You have the view to your left and right, but you also have a clear view off into the magnificent view, if there was one. The Smoky Mountain thing is not really a great view, but we're going to pretend that it is. So it's a pretty cool thing. And then I did actually go ahead and add in, there's the little cart thing there. The benches were other things. The trees are here. So I did a lot of other stuff. I'm glad that's my Alpha Rex. That guy would have scared me. So, it's pretty cool. I'm liking it. I am. So that's the thing. Now, outside of that whole thing, I am actually out of time. So, if you did like the video, please do hit the like button and subscribe to see more. Thank you so much for watching. Do what you do, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, peeps.